All right, we're good to go. This is Town of Monroe Board of Finance regular meeting Thursday, September 21st, 6 p.m. This meeting will be recorded, made available on the town's website pursuant to state law. If you're attending remotely, please remember to mute your microphone unless you are speaking. Anyone participating remotely should state their name and title if applicable at the outset of each occasion that the person is speaking. All votes taken during which any member of this body participating remotely should be taken by roll call unless the view is unanimous. Chat feature will not be utilized nor considered during this meeting. So we are called to order. We've got Rebecca O'Donnell.
Present.
Greg Benno.
Present.
Steve Kirsch.
Present.
Samantha Spino. No Samantha. Catherine Stoffer.
Present.
Ken Kellogg.
I'm here.
Ron Bonowski.
Present.
Heidi Mead.
Present.
Deb Heim.
Present.
Frank Duchess. Frank.
I could react.
Can't see the
I think
Joe
Frank was
Thompson?
gonna try to get on remote, Mike.
Got it.
So.
Okay.
I'm here.
Excellent. Terrific. All right.
Mike, the
Yes.
screen shows that Samantha has joined.
I see that she just joined on. Hi, Samantha. We'll count her in. Perfect. First item is approval of the regular minutes and voting record for August 17th.
Steve Kirsch.
Hey, Mike.
Oh, Frank said Frank. Perfect. We got you now, Frank. Thank you.
Okay.
Steve Kirsch, I move to approve the regular meeting minutes and voting records for August 17th, 2023.
Greg Benno, I second.
Any discussion? Hearing none. Any opposed? Hearing none, we pass unanimously. All right. Communications for selectmen.
The only thing I have will be covered under new business.
Wonderful. All right.
Make an amendment to the,
Yeah, Mike, Ron was just reminding me, you know, at your discretion, you may want to take item 5B out of order at the end of the meeting, because I would recommend executive session before you.
Session on that?
Yeah.
Okay. So we want to make a motion
Just
to
so you don't
change
have to
that?
kick everybody out and have them
Right.
wait and then come back in.
So we want to make a motion to amend the agenda?
Steve Kirsch, I move to amend the agenda to take the discussion of the audit RFQ into executive session as the last item before adjournment.
Second.
Any discussion?
In my name.
Any opposed? Perfect. We're all good. Okay. Other under communications, Stephanie Volunteer Fire Department quarterly report. Ron, anything you want to call out there?
In the packet,
Sure.
if you.
yeah, it's just, their report was not included in the packet last month, so
Right.
it's being included on a quarterly basis for your review.
I have a quick question about that.
Sure.
For the audit through the town, I know there's the town side for the fire departments. Is that included in the audits?
The audit does not include audit of the fire department.
Okay. I didn't know
They are
because it was,
separate entities.
okay.
But what we require of them when they get their quarterly payment is that they provide quarterly financials.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Perfect. Any other discussion on that from anyone? All right, hearing none, we're cruising along. Public participation. Anybody there?
Nope.
See anybody there? Anybody public on the phones? All right, hearing none. New business. Fiscal year 2023 year-end transfers.
Steve Kirsch, I'll read the resolution to approve the budget and inter-fund transfers for fiscal year 2022-23 and ask for its approval. Be it resolved, the following budget and inter-fund transfers be approved pursuant to Chapter 8, Section 7G of the Town Charter for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2023. Budget transfer from HR Insurance, $634,325, and from Public Works Snow Salary Overtime, $35,205, and from Public Works Snow Contracted Services, $30,810, and from Public Works Snow Operating, $134,660, and to General Fund Operating Transfer out $835,000. I'll read them all since they're part of the resolution. Interfund transfer number 1 from General Fund Operating Transfer out $500,000 and to the Capital Reserve Fund Operating Transfer in $500,000. In interfund transfer number 2 from General Fund Operating Transfer out $335,000 and to Capital Reserve Fund Operating Transfer in $335,000.
Greg Beno, I second.
All right. Any discussion?
Assume Mr. Kellogg would like to speak.
I'd be
Yeah, I was
happy
gonna
to
say, you want to
start,
go ahead and just.
happy to
Go
start
ahead,
us
Ken.
off. So, obviously, you know that, why we do the year-end transfers. The good news is we don't have a lot of individual department, matters to tie up, at the end of this year. There are a couple of things that we wanted to make sure were addressed. And one was, the Capital Reserve Fund for the project scope and design development account specifically. That's an account or a fund that we started a couple of budget cycles ago, so that we would have funding available to get projects to literally scope and design. So we could start working on projects so that there could be preliminary plans and estimates so that we could actually get projects to a point where you had a realistic number to be able to actually go out and get a funding appropriation. So you're not sitting there trying to guess how much something is going. It also helps when you're going for grants, other things. So that's something we've started. It's worked very well. This transfer would inject some additional money into the account to replenish some that's been used, as well as put some additional funds in there to fund a wide variety of things that are all in our capital plan that could benefit from it, as well as the facility study that the Board of Education is looking to do. The second transfer is $335,000, and that would go towards, again, capital reserve, but that would be for some other Board of Ed capital projects that they had mentioned in their prior correspondence to the board. And the funds are simply coming from accounts that have, just significant funds available at the end of the year. HR insurance, primarily because we had a very favorable medical premium experience this year because of what we did with United Healthcare. So we kind of knew that was going to be upside, and we have funds remaining in the various snow accounts for obvious reasons based on the mild winter we had last year.
Didn't snow.
So that ties us out. Did I forget anything, Ron?
No, that was perfect.
All right.
All right. Anybody have any questions for Ron or Ken? Any further discussion? Hearing none. Any opposed? We pass unanimously. Thank you all. We're going to jump past the audit. We're going to go to the review of 2023 and 2024 financial reports. Ron, anything you want to call out? 2023, 2024 budget numbers?
Yeah, so if you look at the fiscal year 23 budget reports, and I made some notes on there to if you look at page 2 of the fiscal year 23 year-to-date budget report, it shows the overall surplus. Now, this was before the budget amendment and transfers you just approved. But it shows that the grand total of the surplus was just shy of 5.5 million. 2 million of that was the result of revenue surplus,
Mostly from Frank.
mostly from our town.
Thanks, Frank.
And
Thanks, Frank.
the 3.3 million was expenditure surplus, and of, you know, from various accounts. What I did was I provided a summary by department report, which showed you the departments that drove the surplus. And I also highlighted the Board of Ed, which was part of it.
And I'd just like to say thank you, because that was very helpful to see the highlights.
And then following the overall general fund summary, there is the 3 pages of the by object of the Board of Ed, which is presented to the board. So I don't know if anyone's got any questions on fiscal year 23.
So my question is regarding the Board of Ed. Are they done? Is everything closed?
Everything is
Closed out?
done,
Okay.
yes.
Well, what they did at their last meeting was all their more transfers.
Yes. So the 590 is
They're put to bed.
and like I said, what'll change on the overall surplus for the
Will
town
be what we just.
will be what we just did. That's fiscal year 23, fiscal year 24. Again, we're a couple months in here. I don't know if anyone has any questions. Or concerns at this point. I think everything's running pretty.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it's a little early to have too many problems.
Yeah,
so.
early.
I'm sure we'll get there, but
And that's pretty much it.
all right. Deb, you want to jump in?
Yes, I don't think there's much of a, we're pretty well on track. Last month we were a little low, but like I said, that a lot of the things, it's all a timing issue. So we're back on track. I think our numbers are running very similar to last year. So, everything's pretty well level out. I mean, we're right back on track and nothing new to report.
All right. Anybody got any questions for Deb?
No.
All right. It's time for Rockstar Frank.
Yeah. I'll do this in an abridged version, being on the road, Mike.
Fair enough.
Just a couple items of note. Just as a reference point, the current state insurance fund rate is at 5.38%. As you know, everything that we have in Newtown gets paid at that rate. As of this week, as of today, actually, 5.38. As of today, we rolled over 2 million of our 6-month Treasury ladder into another 2 million of 6-month Treasuries, and we brought those in at 5.52%. Steve, last time we were meeting, you asked what was the rate of the first ones that we started doing on the 6-month Treasury ladder, and the first ones came in at 4.81%. The only other thing that I would say is, and I don't have the exact numbers in front of me, but looking at the interest income so far, we are probably running ahead of our plan a bit. I think the number, and again, I don't have everything right in front of me, was at like 462,000 so far. So we're probably going to continue to run ahead of that plan a bit. And if we listen to Bernanke, he's probably going to keep interest rates probably a little bit higher and for longer than what we built into the plan. So that should have a positive impact as the year goes on. And that's pretty much all I have unless there's questions.
Yeah, Frank, you were, no, you were at 4.6, you're at 4.62 through August.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that's what I thought. That
Okay. Anybody have any other questions for Frank?
I'm done.
I'm sorry, breaking up right now.
Yep, I'm hearing somebody's background, but that's all right. All right, I think we're good, Frank.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought that was a question breaking up. All right.
No,
I'm done.
all right, terrific.
Making more money, you want this?
All right.
Motion to.
Motion, does somebody want to make a motion to go into executive session?
This is Steve Kirsch. I'll make a motion to enter into executive session as defined in Connecticut General Statutes 1-200, Section 6E, for the purpose of discussing a matter that would result in the disclosure of public records or the information contained therein as described in Connecticut General Statutes, Section 1-210, and to invite the first selectman and finance director into the executive session.
Greg Beno, I second.
No discussion? Hearing none? Any opposed? Hearing none? We're in to go.
Okay,
Okay.
Mike, this is
Thank you
Frank.
very much.
I'm signing off.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
See you later.
It's the camera because my shirt is not that burnt.
Oh, yeah, you're orange, you're red, you're more red up.
Mhm.
I'm burnt.
No.
Nice. All right,
All right,
we want to make the motion?
you're out of executive session at,
Session.
that time is
6:44.
6:44.
Steve Kirsch moved to adjourn the regular meeting.
Catherine Stalker second.
Thank you all.